Hey guys, what's up? Summer11 here with my review of Miitomo, the new smartphone application by Nintendo. This is Nintendo's first time going into the mobile market, so let's see how it stands. Miitomo starts off allowing you to customize a Mii, and there are a lot of options. These are the most options I've seen for customizing a Mii before, and I like that. I like that a lot. This is where a lot of the fun in the game is initially, and you can change your Mii's clothing, personality, and voice. It makes them come to life and seem more real. You can even give them catchphrases to say. This would be catchphrases such as their greetings and their goodbyes and other things like that. There's no limit to what you can or cannot say, so feel free to use all the swear words you want. Creating a Mii is similar to how it's done on a Nintendo 3DS. You can start from scratch or select a hairstyle and take a picture of yourself. I did the latter and I think it turned out pretty well. I like it because it takes a lot of photos, and I think the application doesn't stop unless you tell it to stop, so make sure to get your Mii right. After that, you can change your voice and personality, then you are taken to your room and you get to answer questions. That's it. That is Miitomo. If you haven't played the game yet, you think I'm joking, but this is all there is to Miitomo. I kind of lied, there's a bit more, but overall, the game is like, what the game is like at this point. Your Mii will sometimes want you to answer questions, which basically allows the game and friends to learn more about you. You can add friends from Facebook and Twitter. If it's from Twitter, you have to be following each other. People with a few mutual friends can add you, and friends will also be suggested based on social media. You can also add friends that are face-to-face, but who actually does that? Am I right? The friend system is a little flawed, and it seems like the parent side of Nintendo is coming out again. Why can't we add people randomly or people that we know the usernames of? There is little to no danger in Miitomo, but there is still a possibility, and I'm guessing Nintendo is trying to avoid that at all costs, so a situation like the one on Swapnote, which is a 3DS application game or whatever, doesn't happen again. You can visit the friends you add at their homes, and you can see the answers to their questions or even answer more questions there. They can also visit you, and you guessed it, more questions and answers to give out. Since the game is pretty plain, I might as well explain everything. When someone asks a question, all their friends can comment on it, and this is the only communication in the game, as you can't message friends or anything like that. Now, if this app is meant to be like social media, having messaging is a must. All comments are read in the Mii's voice that you've selected, or the ones that your friends have selected for their own respective Mii. Now, why is there even a block button? You can't message your friends. The only way you can talk to them is if you reply to their answers or exit the app and message them via Facebook, Twitter, or text message. In what situation would you ever need to block someone on Miitomo? The run for president is on. Who do you support? Well, I actually support Trump. Yeah, that might be a reason to block your friends. Other than that, the block button serves no purpose, and it kind of seems out of place on this application. You can visit the Miitomo shop and buy clothing for your character. This is a cool feature that I think needs to be carried over to the consoles, the console version of the Miis and everything, because as far as I know, this is the most customization I've seen for Miis. And Miis would be a lot cooler if Nintendo always gave them this much customization. Now, at this point, even I have said this is all Miitomo has to offer, but there is one more thing. Miitomo needs other things to do, because after the initial hour or so of customizing your Mii and answering questions, it gets boring very fast. A few weeks into this game, and that is still true. In fact, I haven't been playing it for a few days, and it hasn't been missed at all. It needs other games, and my friend actually pointed this out to me, that there is a mini game inside of Miitomo that I happen to skip over. That mini game is Miitomo Drop, which allows you to use the game's currency, coins, or either game tickets to play and earn exclusive clothing items. Now, some fans were wondering if this game is on 3DS, and of course it's not. I don't think it should be on Nintendo 3DS either. Nintendo needs to have unique experiences on all their devices, and I personally find it hard to believe that you own a Nintendo 3DS but not a smartphone, unless you're like a super young child that only gets to play like video games and stuff. Most people have cell phones, and most people have smartphones these days. The notification sound from this app is pretty weird, and it makes me jump every time I hear it. I know it's like a weird thing to include in a review, but It's just something I wanted to point out. Now, Nintendo is very official with this app. My iPod Touch, which is the device that I played this game on, has a time problem due to me updating it to iOS 9, I believe, and my photos are out of order because of this. Now, the game saw this problem and it would not let me play the game until the time was corrected. So I had to do that, and then I could play the game and everything was cool. The app also has to be online when you use it, and that's something that I've never gotten used to with mobile games. I've just never understood it, you know. Why can't the application just download what's online at the moment and then allow you to access that on the go? I think your answers and all that other stuff could be uploaded after you return to Wi-Fi or your phone data, and I think that's a good idea that needs to be implemented in mobile games and applications all over. Miitomo was a start, and that's all it feels like. The game lacks depth all over, and Miitomo was fun in the beginning as I was able to create my Mii and answer questions, but as I continued to play the game, I realized that this was all that the game had to offer. You can answer questions and look at questions your friends have answered, and there is a minigame inside, but I didn't even notice it, and I had skimmed over it because it looked like an ad, and really that's what it is. You have to use coins in the game for it, and I'd love to see a lot more minigames that don't require coins and offer various gaming experiences. I really did enjoy the Mii customization. I think a lot of fans wanted that. The game needs to be more personal, Nintendo. I don't care what happens on social media. I know you want to be a parent and protect all the kids, but you have to let them go at some point. And you have to let them go so other people can have fun with this application. If something bad ends up happening on Miitomo, it happens. That's just social media. Now, that doesn't lessen the issue in any way, but you can't just let one bad apple ruin the game for us like that happened with Swapnote. And really, Nintendo's not really doing too good with the social media in my opinion, because even Miiverse sucks. I stopped using that after 1 or 2 times. Nintendo's new mobile game or social network, whatever this is safe. Nintendo played things a little too safe as this game lacks depth, and although I've said some pretty bad things about this game, I still recommend downloading it and giving it a try. It's polished, but it needs more. Nintendo's Miitomo has major potential that it's just not realizing. Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you like my content and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and like me on Facebook. The links are below. I'm SirMo11. See you next time, and peace out.